With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, trackside. Once again, race fans here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The Turn 5 Motorsports fire things off for the first time in the open wheel tour modifieds right here at the historic North Wilkesboro Speedway. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. We've got a 50-lap feature, but a few heats rolling at you beforehand. Qualifying session already underway. Track temperature knocking on that door of 100 degrees. So these drivers going to be struggling for a little bit of grip in these NASCAR Tour Modifieds here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Tell you what, we'll go ahead and get rid of the track information. And why don't we go ahead and throw down some of those qualifying times over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Rule Than, one of the fastest drivers in Happy Hour. He's going to go top of the speed charts. Quick time belongs to Than. And that number 60 machine, he's going to lay down a fast time, 17:22, the provisional pole position. Slick Rick right behind him. Frenchie going to knock on the door of a top 5 as well. How about Big Rob D? And that number 9 machine, he's inside the top 10 with his qualifying effort. 20 drivers making the starting grid here tonight. Your heat races will determine your starting order for the 50-lap feature event here tonight. And it looks like with those 20 drivers, I do believe we're going to have 3 heat races in the top 4 of each heat race will be inverted. That's right, you heard it. If you qualify fast, you're going to have to work your way back to a good starting spot when we hit the feature. 3 minutes into qualifying, and it looks like almost everybody laying down their fast time. So we're going to take this brief moment and opportunity. What do you say we go ahead and throw up some of those point standings coming into tonight's race? Just race number 3 here this season for the Reloptix.com Beef Jerky Unlimited Turn 5 Motorsports season. Ethan Wilson sitting top of your point standings, 3 points ahead of fast Mark Axelson. Axelson back there just outside of your top 10 with his qualifying effort. Thomas DeLago right there, rounding out your top 3. John Sayre, Steve Castle ending out your top 5. So there you can see that 0-1-0 inside the top 5 of the overall point standings. Very close points battle here as just 2 races are in the bag. But will we see yet another first-time winner this season? 2 races in the books, 2 different race winners. Who's got what it takes to master the modifieds here tonight from North Wilkesboro? And it does indeed look like that will conclude qualifying. So we'll get rid of those point standings, throw that timing and scoring back up for you over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Rule Than going to take the pole position here tonight for the Wild Wilkesboro 50. But first, we got some heats coming right at you right after your national anthem. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We're going to head trackside. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And just like that, we'll head back trackside here as drivers begin to line up on the front stretch, taking the pole position moments ago in qualifying was the 60 of Rule Than, but rolling off inside row number 1, starting from that top position, Jason Rumey in the 87 machine, just to his outside, Frenchie, Tommy D and Rule Than gonna round out row number 2. Timothy Lewis and John Sayre make up your third and final row here tonight. 6 drivers, because, well, I am not out there, I am in here. So, a little interesting timing and scoring right there. Little bit of a wiggle of the front tires. Check out my man right there, that 46 machine ready to fire things off here tonight. And we get set for engines come to life for the first time. Gonna be a hot and heavy battle to see who can work their way to the front. Big number of cars gonna be getting ready to roll off, and will fire things off for the first time. There you can see already Jason Rumey ready to roll here. He's gonna let the pace car know, hey, let's get this thing fired off. Let's get going here tonight. Heat race number 1 rolls off the starting grid. Rumey gonna lead him to the line. Frenchie just to his outside. Can Rulfan find a way back to the point? He laid down the fast time in qualifying, that 60. Very quick here tonight. We're gonna keep our eye on him. Timothy Lewis and John Sayre going to round out the 6-car field here for heat race number 1. Pace car ready to duck off. No, we're going to go ahead and go one more lap around. It looks like the field getting the one finger wave this time. So track officials making sure everybody's ready to go. All the fans in the stands begin to crowd up near the fence. They begin to stand up in their seats. Phones coming out. They're getting ready to watch some great old school grassroots modified action here tonight at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Back through 3 and 4, and we'll fire off of the line this time around, and away we go. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight in heat race number 1. 15 laps to determine who will start from the pole position in tonight's 50-lap main event. There you can see Rulfan already getting back one position. He'll grab the spot from Tommy D. Tommy gonna fall back to 4th. Oh, big move right there. Big wiggle from Frenchie and way up the track. Miss in the corner. That's gonna open the door and contact. Rulfan goes around. Rulfan, John Sayre caught up involved in an early incident here tonight. That's going to put a big damper on their run. They're going to start deep in the feature here tonight now after early contact puts both of them behind the 8 ball. Back in the 5th and 6th position, we stay green flag racing at the front of the field. Jason Rumey leading every single lap so far here. And I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get that timing scoring knocked down for you. And it looks like we're still scoring. And we do want to take this time to apologize. Got the blank screen right now because there is a little bit of technical problems. We've got it working in the background. We're going to go ahead and bring you back trackside just as soon as we can. Bear with us for just another moment or two. And it looks like our techs are going to have everything worked back out and iron back out. We do apologize for all this, but nonetheless, let's break to a quick commercial and we'll be right back trackside here from North Wilkesboro. And it looks like we're actually gonna bring it back to you right here as drivers get set and ready to roll at the end of heat 1, heat race number 2, getting ready to line up. So what do you say we get trackside for your latest heat race? And again, we do apologize about the little bit of technical issues going off in the background, but we'll get set to fire this one off without any problems. Heat race number 2 getting ready to roll off. We'll get a little closer to the field once again. And there they are down there, hitting the starting grid, getting ready. And your heat race number 2 lineup looks a little something like this. Rob D in the number 9 machine gonna roll off inside row number 1. Derek Worley just to his outside. Ken Worley right behind. Inside row number 2 in the 3rd starting position, Slick Rick at the 14 gonna roll off from the high side in 4th position. Bender and Jimbo gonna round out your 3rd row. Starting in 7th, the 07 of Nitro Rich. So there is your running order as the field rolls by. We'll rejoin the guys at the front of the field getting ready to fire things off. We'll go 2 laps before we drop the hammer here tonight. It looks like we do have one driver failing to make the starting grid. The 109 of Bender not going to be out there for heat race number 2. Looks like he will go to heat race number 3. And your final heat race here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. And again, we do apologize for those earlier technical issues. Looks like we're getting the all thumbs up. Everything's clear. So as the fans get set for another great heat race, we get ready to watch some great open wheel action ourselves. We'll keep it right here. Rob D gonna take it from that inside lane. You'll notice in the feature here tonight, we do got some twinsies action out there. Rob D with the wrap, just like another driver in the field. We'll let you figure out who it is. Pace car gonna duck off and we'll fire things off once again here for heat race number 2 on the gas and green flag flies. Way up the racetrack, I believe that was Derek Worley. And he's going to move back into that 2nd position. And no, that was Slick Rick in the 14, way up on the high side of the racetrack. Rob D just stepping out and away from the field. Already a 1-second advantage with the 14 left, just 1 lap in the bag. And now we're going to make our way back to the front stretch once again. Battle nowhere to be found here near your race leader. So let's go back here where the hot and heavy action is at. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all over each other. Worley, Rick, and Worley going at it. The 11 of Ken Worley stuck down there on the bottom of the racetrack. Not necessarily, whoa, close. The preferred line here tonight out in North Wilkesboro, or at least not quite yet. Rubber hasn't quite been laid down for these tour mods to really grip that low on the track just yet. We'll stay racing right here. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the racetrack. Closest battles on the track. Race leader out to a 1.5-second advantage of 17.46. Fast time for your race leader, Rob D. Laid it down up there at the front. This time around, we'll have 10 to go. 5 laps in the bag with just 10 remaining. Side-by-side racing action now as Worley trying to do something on the high side. The 201 Exalta machine looking to make some headway, but not having any look at it. He's going to fall back into the clutches of now Ken Worley. Still digging on the bottom of the racetrack. One of the only drivers we've seen all night long really sticking to the bottom of the racetrack. And it looks like the 11 knows where his car needs to go, know where it needs to be running. And he's kept it right there. All heat race long so far here tonight, halfway through heat race number 2 here with the Turn 5 Motorsports drivers North Wilkesboro Speedway, race number 3 here in this season. And a very close battle right here. The second and third on the racetrack. Slick Rick's got it. Ken Worley wants it. Derek Worley, he's fallen behind, fallen off pace just a little bit here. He's going to fade away back in the 4th position, about a second off of the battle in front of him as these two drivers continue to tangle with each other. Less than a second out front for your race leader, Rob D. He's starting to fade to the background. Could he have went a little too early on these tires? And with it being a 50-lap feature event here tonight, maybe drivers using this as a test session about how hard they can push. I mean, 15 laps, you're knocking on the door of about a third of the way through the race. So how hard can you go? How much do you want it? Because you don't have another set of tires. Driver's going to be able to put on 4 for, oh my goodness, wall riding, oh, and into the inside. Pit road, exit, big time damage now. Ken Worley going to fall through the running order. He's going to fall back to 5th now, all the way to 6th as he heads down pit road with just 2 laps to go. Race leader Rob D has company now. Slick Rick has reeled him in. What can he do? Can he do anything with it at the bottom of the racetrack? Looks for it for a moment. Not quite there. He's going to drift up high out of turn 4. We're on the final lap here in heat race number 2. It looks like Rob D may be sitting pretty hot and heavy action down the backstretch. 14 right on his rear bar. There you can see, will he use the Nerf bar out front? Not gonna get some. Into the outside wall goes Slick Rick, and Rob D walks away with the win in heat race number 2. What a run, what a race right there at the end of that heat race. Big treat for the fans in the stands because we're going to line them up again here for heat race number 3. Everybody heading into their starting position. So what do you say we go ahead, jump down a little closer to the track. Nice vantage point. You can see the standing room as fans looking to get some refreshments and some food here from North Wilkesboro, and we begin to roll off of the grid here tonight, starting inside row number 1, your pole sitter for heat race number 3, the 69 of Mark Axelson. Sheldon Fiddick just to his outside, rolling off in second. Back in third will be the 6 of Steve Law, and how about this? Twinsy's going to start right in that same position. Inside row number 2, just to his outside, the 55 of Jimmy P. Steve Trotter, Sean Fleming in row number 3, and rounding out your running order here for heat race number 3, the 003, the man with the golden gun, it's Gutman. And that's going to do it for your starting lineup here in heat race number 3. We're going to get set to drop the hammer and get back to green flag racing this time around, waiting for the pace car to duck off, and we'll get set to run. Once again, wide open horsepower here in the open wheel machines. Big shout out and thank you to tonight's and, well, the series sponsors, Reloptix.com, as well as Beef Jerky Unlimited. You can find some links down in the description to go check out their website. Some great stuff coming out of Reloptix, especially for you VR users as we drop the hammer. Green flag waves. Once again, the 41 of Fittig off to a good jump. He's going to snatch the top spot away from that 69. Close action here between Law and P on his heels. We got more 20s here tonight. Look at that. 0-1-0. My goodness. Carrying some big speed was Jimmy P. Oh, and the 6. Steve Law going to have some issues. The Law man going to pull over. Can't park there, sir. Can't park there. Back up at the front. The top 3 sorted things out. Sheldon Fiddick leads by just over 2/10 as we drop the timing and scoring back to the left-hand side of your screen. great racing action as the drivers head back towards turn number 1. Looking now to the inside is Jimmy P, last week's race winner at Lanier. The USF 2000s, that's right. We were in an open wheel machine last week, but a whole nother beast here tonight in these tour mods. They drive completely different and slide job. That's what you like. That's what you wanted to see. You wanted to see passes for your race lead, and you got it right there. Jimmy P gonna pull off the slide job here on lap number 5 as we cross the line last time around with 10 to go. We'll have 9 remaining as we come around this time back into turn number 3. Jimmy P now leads the field. Sheldon Fittig right there in second with Steve Trotter in third. Sean Fleming up 2 positions to the fourth spot for the 003 of Gutman. He's going to round out your top 5. Steve Law, early trouble here tonight. He's well behind the field. Let's go back, take a look at this iRacing number 6 machine. No contact with the walls, so very fortunate in that aspect. He's going to be able to continue on, but still well behind, and that's going to have him starting deep in tonight's 50-lap feature event. Front of the field, Jimmy P leads by 3/4 of a second. Sheldon Fittig starting to have company behind him, the 101. Or the 010. There you go, the 010. My brain always wants to say 101. I don't know why. Not even close to being the 101, but yeah. Well, you want to know what it's like behind the wheel of one of these tour modified open wheel machines. I tell you what, I do believe we have an onboard camera. I'm getting a thumbs up on that one, so I don't look a little foolish here, but we do have an onboard camera. Let's jump on board here inside that 55 of Jimmy P, showing the way, starting to run into some lap traffic. That is the 6 of Steve Law just out front of them, and this is something we haven't seen yet happen all night, as a driver be lapped. We do appreciate everybody down there on that 55 crew allowing us to put some onboard cameras here tonight, bring you some action from the driver's seat behind the wheel of the Matco 55. Jimmy P looking to pick up right where he left off last week with the momentum carrying from Lanier over here to North Wilkesboro. Another short track and an open wheel machine, and P showing he's got some strength. 1.3 second advantage for the 55. Sheldon Fittig right here running in the second position. Steve Trotter gonna round out your top 3 as we see the popsicle sticks on display here in heat race number 3. One more to go for Jimmy P, this time off of turn number 4. Race leader going to take the white flag. We've got one more lap here in heat race number 3, and that is one heck of a pace for this 55 of P. Absolutely laying down some fast laps off of turn number 4 for the final time here in heat race number 3, and it's going to go in the bag. Checkered flag waves on heat race number 3, and Jimmy P going to grab 3 positions and take the top spot here in heat race number 3. So as drivers get ready to roll off, and get ready to go for tonight's race, we're going to get set for a little bit of happy hour action and take a quick commercial break before we head back trackside. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And back track side as the 5-minute warm-up gets ready to come to a close. We'll get ready for tonight's Wild Wilkesboro 50. That's right, 50 laps around the track tonight for these open-wheel tour modified machines. Drivers at the Reloptix.com Beef Jerky Unlimited Turn 5 Motorsports. Machines are gonna have a wild and crazy one, and it looks like some backups may be coming out of the haulers after a little bit of a melee during a final warm-up. And there you go, everybody getting ready to fire off here tonight. 20 drivers made the trip to the track. We are ready to run things down here tonight. And as drivers hit the starting grid, what do you say we jump a little closer to the field? At the front here tonight, Jason Romay looks like he's going to lead them off of the starting grid. You know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's the starting lineup in the Wild Wilkesboro 150. Snatching the pole position in qualifying was the driver that's going to start deep in the field. Rolf Fan taking the pole position in qualifying, but finishing deep in his heat race. Now, your driver that will bring the field to the green flag. Pole position for tonight's feature event, the 87 of Jason Rumey. Just to his outside, Rob D taking the top spot in heat race number 2, winning heat race number 3 was the 55 of Jimmy P. He'll roll off inside row number 2 in that third position. Frenchie just to his outside, row number 3 here tonight. 14 of Slick Rick, followed by the 41 of Sheldon Fitting. Tommy D, Derek Worley going to round out row number 4. Inside row number 5, the 010 of Steve Trotter, and rounding out your top 10 here tonight in the Wild Wilkesboro 50. From North Wilkesboro Speedway, the 4 of Timothy Lewis. Nitro Rich and Sean Fleming back in row number 6. Row 7 here tonight belongs to Rolfan in Jimbo. Gutman and John Sayer back in row 8, row number 9, the 11 of Ken Worley and Steve Law. Bender and Axelson rounding out the field. Pace car down and away. Music will fade away, and on the gas, green flag flies. For the first time in tonight's feature event, side by side goes Rob D and Jason Rumey down there on the inside. Get contact early. Big pile up front of the field. Oh my, caution flag early here tonight. Lap number 1, we've got the big one. And I am not even sure where we're going to start on this one. We've got a lot of action going on here, bringing out the caution flag for the first time here tonight. So I tell you what, why don't we go back? Let's take a look. Let's see what happened. There you can see the contact between those two drivers. The 46 going to catch some air off of this one. We'll take one more look at it from the turn 3 drone cam. My goodness, just absolute melee. Ooh. Big trouble for a lot of drivers early here tonight. Will put us under caution for the first time here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Fortunately enough, though, and I do want to say this, I do want to mention it, fortunately enough, drivers allotted one quick fix, one fast repair. So all the big time hits right there, they're going to be able to make it to pit road, get their fast repair, and get back out on the track. But it does look like a few of them having to take the tow truck. So they will lose at least one, if not many laps here very early here tonight. Close quarters racing in these open wheels. You may have some trouble, and you may find your way back onto the lead lap. So early trouble strikes here at North Wilkesboro. Jimmy P, Jason Rumey, Frenchie also caught up and involved. So a hard-pressed look here for Frenchie, as he is also stuck on pit road for the time being. So the 46, 87, and 55 will lose at least 2 laps. So some early trouble here tonight slows us down for the first time behind the pace car. Taking a look at the driver that grabbed the pole position for in qualifying here tonight, rolled off of the front row of heat race number 1, or actually due to the invert, rolled off in 4th, had trouble in his heat race, and now he's inside the top 10. Once again, there's Rolf Van starting in the 8th position for the restart. There it is, the one to go. Drivers get the double file. And we'll get set, ready to go. Green flag racing. Looks like we've got a discrepancy here, arguing a little bit of an argument here, trying to figure out where they need to go, where they need to be. And it looks like they'll get it all sorted out here as we go back up front with your race leader ready to fire things off. Once again, here from North Wilkesboro. We'll get on the gas and get to going fast as the pace car makes the left-hand turn. It will drop the hammer. Green flag flies once again. On the gas quick is Rob D. He's going to take a big... Well, it looked like he had a big advantage going down into the first corner, but hanging it out on the high side. Slick Rick making the middle lane work here tonight at North Wilkesboro. Close quarters racing off of turn number 4. We'll go 2, almost 3 wide back through the pack. And we've got a lot of trouble here. More trouble here tonight. Slick Rick involved in this. Timothy Lewis, Steve Law, Rob D, Tommy D, all caught up in this one. Timothy Lewis going to get caught up in this latest one as well. Big trouble for a lot of cars. Let's see if we can go back up high above the track with your Beef Jerky Unlimited replay. There you see the 14 into the wall, into the 9, and that's going to spell trouble at the front. A lot of drivers going to be heading down pit road and using some of those quick fixes. Oh my gosh, did you see the 55 of Jimmy P narrowly escape more trouble for the second time here tonight as we rejoin the field back at the front. 41 of Sheldon Fittig going to take the top spot here, as we've had 2 quick cautions here tonight. Well, doesn't get its name, Wild Wilkesboro, for no reason. One of your grassroots racetracks. Close quarters action all over this track. A lot of big names have been to victory lane here. If you remember, Casey Kane piloting one of the, at that time, still the Camping World Truck Series machine. I do believe it was the Camping World Truck Series at that time. Possibly the Craftsman truck, but either way, you know, the NASCAR truck piloting the truck around the high side and grabbing one of the final NASCAR checkered flags here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. A little bit of a renaissance going on in the racetrack world. Rockingham making a comeback. North Wilkesboro beginning to thrive once again. So some great small town home track grassroots racing going on back here in the great state of North Carolina. And yes, I'm a Tar Heel. I am now down in South Carolina, but North Carolina has always got my heart. It is my home. North Carolina is a beautiful place. From the beaches to the mountains, we've got just about everything you can want in a state. We've got some great racetracks, some great race drivers, and some great racing here tonight at the Reloptix.com Beef Jerky Unlimited Turn 5 Motorsports season. Boss man in the flag stand, gonna give him the one finger wave. We'll get back. Green flag racing this time around. One more to go before we drop the green flag, and we've got a new race leader at the front. The 41 of Sheldon Fittig will bring the field back to the green flag, but don't look now, just to his outside, tiptoeing his way to the field and into a top 2 position. The man that was quickest in qualifying, quickest in happy hour, Rolfan will roll off from outside row number 1. We got Bannon Worley back in row 2. Long train of cars back behind him. Pace car in, and we are green flag racing. Once again here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Close quarters at the front. Big run up the track for Ken Worley. Worley going to go way to the high side. We're going to keep it at the front for just a moment. Let's back up just a little bit. See if we can't get you. Oh, and it looks like we've got another quick caution here tonight. Another quick caution here tonight, going to put us back behind the pace car. Handful of drivers heading to pit road. Looks like John Sayer, Slick Rick, and Timothy Lewis all heading down to pit lane. Tommy D also going to join them on pit lane. So as we're back under caution again, drivers going to get ready to fire off one more time. You know, with a handful of these drivers making multiple stops, we know some of them caught up and involved with some extracurricular activities on the track here tonight. So possibly just going in and continuing to fix on their machines, damage control, in order for a handful of these drivers. But I wonder just how many of them may have already used those tires. Well, there is no tires. You can't put any new tires on here in the tour mods, so it looks like drivers really gonna have to look after how much they abuse these tires on these restarts. Caution laps do not count here at the short track North Wilkesboro Speedway here tonight for the Wild Wilkesboro 50. And we'll get set and ready to roll this time around. Sheldon Fiddick brings the field back to the green flag with the 60 of Rule Fan just to his outside. Gutman and Axelson back in row number 2, row 3 for the restart. Frenchie and Jimbo. Jason Roumet trying to get his way back up through the field. He'll roll off 7th on the restart. 8th place to Jimmy P, Roberty, and Nitro Rich rounding out the top 10 on the restart. And green flag flies as Fiddick tries to catch him sleeping. Racing action down the backstretch. We'll get to turn number 3. Still clean and green here tonight. On the restart, your top 2 beginning to step away. Close quarters action. Close quarters battle here for first and second as we watch them head down the backstretch and right at you into turn number 3. 41 of Fiddick showing the way as we head back down the front stretch and into turn number 1. Lap number 7 now goes on the board. Fastest lap of the race being turned in by the 69 of Mark Axelson, back in that 3rd position, trying to run down your top 2 at the front of the field. Fiddick now going to take over that fastest lap. Roll Than right there in 2nd. Mark Axelson back in 3rd, and we're going to switch back through the field. Let's take a look. Here has the 87 and the 0-1-0 fighting for track position. 7th and 8th on the field. It looks like we've got some trouble. Frenchie has some trouble. The 46 with some issues there. You can see him on the front stretch, nosed into the inside wall right there outside of pit lane, and with some engine smoke boiling off. That is not going to be good. Never good when you see the engine smoking. Let's take a look and see what happened to Frenchie. Little clip of the grass and little look to the inside. The 55 going to make a little bit of contact, and that 46 will come right on around. Tough break for him and his crew. We'll find ourselves back behind the pace car with your race leader, Sheldon Fiddick, as we cross the line. Lap number 10 on the board. And a long ways to go here tonight yet. 40 laps before we see the checkered flag fly. So as we have a brief moment here under our 4th caution, we're going to take a quick commercial break and back trackside for all your green flag action. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane, press and hold your reset button, and we'll come and get you.
And we bring you back trackside once again as drivers receive the one to go here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. 10 laps in of this 50 lap feature, and we get set to fire things off once again here tonight under caution for the 4th time. Fittig and Than will bring the field back to the green flag. We'll get set and ready to fire off again, and here we go on the gas. Fittig gonna drag them down the front stretch and into turn number 1, and contact at the front. Rule Than gonna go around, and that will put us back under caution here tonight for the 5th time at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Caution flag flies once again here for the 5th time as early trouble plagues the field here tonight. We've had a handful of them get caught up in a big one. A couple of self-spinners here tonight. A little bit of contact this time. Gonna send the 60 towards the tail end of the field. Rule Than will line up, I believe, outside of your top 10 now after that little bit of contact in spin in turns 1 and 2 right after the restart, so we don't get an official lap in. We'll reline them up at lap number 10 and get ready to fire things off. The one finger wave coming this time around. Driver's going to get set to go back double file. They'll pull the belts tight and get ready to refire once again here at North Wilkesboro. And I mean, as we've got some time here on our hands, we might as well give the sponsors a big-time shout-out. Reloptix.com, makers of some great accessories to go along with your VR setups. It really doesn't matter if you're in the Rift or the Oculus or the many different styles of the VRs out there that are compatible here with iRacing and all of your other great PC-based games. Reloptix putting out prescription lenses that are easy snap-on connectors to your already existing VR lenses. So if you're one of those racers that wear glasses and you need those glasses to see a little bit better, they're uncomfortable to wear while you're in VR, straining your eyes a little bit more, Reloptix.com has got your fix. Some great products coming out from over there. You can check out their website. Just head on down in the description and click that link, Reloptix.com. And just like that, we're ready to drop the green flag once again. Pace car off of the racetrack into the restart zone and all the gas. Green flag flies once again here from North Wilkesboro. Lap number 11 gonna go on the board. Close racing action outside of your top 5. We're gonna take a look back at these guys here in just one moment. Fittig starting to scoot away, but we've got close battles right here. Trotter and Rumey going at it. Slick right in the 14 to the high side. He'll take the position away from Nitro Rich, who's now got Derek Worley looking to the inside. The 201 going to look to make the pass on the 07 as we drop. The Tommy's going back to the left-hand side of your screen. Follow along, find your favorite driver. Keep up with them just like we do right here in the production booth. Close racing off of turn number 4 for Worley and Than. Let's go back right here as Than trying to pick off a handful of drivers and trying to find his way back to the front. Was your fastest driver in Happy Hour, and your pole position here in heat race number 1. Than's got a lot of speed, but he is behind the 8 ball now. And as these guys try to sort things out with the side-by-side battle for the final spot inside the top 10, we've got battles here for the top spot. Jimmy P digs to the inside, and he's going to grab that top spot away from Sheldon Fitting. Fitting going to fall back to second. And your 2 previous race winners running 1 and 2 here on the track at North Wilkesboro Speedway in the Wild Wilkesboro 50. Things going smooth at the front for the Mako Tools number 55 of Jimmy P. He looks to repeat last week's race-winning performance by backing it up with a race win here tonight from North Wilkesboro. So could he be one of your short track kings in both of the open wheel machines? We've got 2 more different machines coming at you in the next few weeks. We're going to head back into the ARCA cars next week at Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum hosting race number 4 here for the Turn 5 Motorsports drivers. Let's go back to another battle. Slick Rick was just now able to make the pass. You can see Rick making the pass on the inside of the racetrack. Going to take that position away from the 0-1-0. We are knocking on the door of the halfway point here tonight. Jimmy P showing the way. Sheldon Fittig right behind him with Mark Axelson rounding out your top 3. We've got more trouble on track. Steve Law has some more issues. Let's see if we can't run down and find out what happened with Law. Trying to make sure they have the issues. Do we have that one, fellas? And it looks like they're giving us the thumbs up now, so we're going to go back. We're going to take a look and see what happened with Law. There you can see that 07 on the high side. And the 6, little bit of real estate between them, and it closes fast. Facing the wrong direction. That is not where you want to be. Steve Law going to have to work his way back up through the field now as Jimmy P sees the caution flag fly at the front of the field. Heat race number 3 winner rolled off for the feature in the 3rd position, up 2 spots. Jimmy P going to show the way around here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Sheldon Fitting just behind him. Mark Axelson with a good run so far here tonight. Axelson able to make up a ton of track positions and make his way inside the top 5, up 18 spots from where he qualified here tonight. The 69 now runs in 3rd. Gutman right behind him. Gutman with a good run as well. The 003 up 11 positions. Slick Rick right where he qualified, right where he started tonight's feature event from. He'll round out your top 5 as we've got 2 laps before we go back green flag racing. Do want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for joining us out there tonight. So while you're here, while you're at it, whether it's over there on the Twitch side, the Facebook side of things, or right here joining us live on the YouTube channel, we do appreciate each and every one of you. But while you're here, show these drivers some love and appreciation, and as always, drop them that thumbs up. Join us in the push to 3,000. Drop that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back. The Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. And the pace car getting ready to stop by on pit lane. He will make that left-hand turn, and we will fire these machines back off once again. 55 and 41 going to roll off row number 1. Down and away and on the gas. Green flag flies quick here at North Wilkesboro. Jimmy P going to get the jump on the field. We'll go single file at the front. Hot and heavy action back here. Ooh, into the corner, deep into the corner. Contact. I don't know how that 003 was able to maintain control, but a big wiggle now. 0-1-0 all over him. Trotter trying to make up some positions, and it looks like we may have a little bit of a hornet's nest getting kicked around right here. Around that 10th position, there you can find Derek Worley, Jason Rumey, Wolf Fan, Tommy D, Rob D, all going at it. Drivers battling for a spot inside of your top 10. This has been where a lot of the racing action has been here tonight. And it looks like Rumey almost had some big issues. Right behind him, Steve Wall. There you can see that number 6. Big trouble here on the final 2 laps. For the past 2 laps, I should say. He's going to fall a handful of positions, trying to regain his composure and head back to the front. Halfway through tonight's race, lap number 25 on the board. We've got 25 to go this time by. As trouble strikes Timothy Lewis, he's going to have to bring, and the 86 goes around. More trouble on track. Caution for the 7th time here tonight. Timothy Lewis, early trouble right before we seen that caution flag fly. Having to bring his machine down to pit road, engine letting loose on his machine. And what do you say we go high above the racetrack? Let's see what brought out our latest caution here tonight. Tommy D involved in this one. 86 up at the top side. You can see the 9 of Rob D down there on the bottom, and there it is. Contact between those two. An overcorrection and into the outside wall. Motor blown. He'll come and catch. I believe that was the 07 of Nitro Rich getting caught in that one. There you can see Rich having to turn his machine around. So a lot of drivers involved in multiple incidents here tonight as we head back to the front. Back with your race leader showing the way inside his Mako Tools number 55. Jimmy P will bring the field back to a crawl, back behind the pace car once again. Halfway into tonight's race, we've got 25 down, 25 to go, and we're going to go to a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside as the green flag is already underway. Back at the front of the field, Jimmy P showing the way, 23 to go. Slick Rick gonna move in to that second position, take away the spot from Sheldon Fittig. The 41 gonna now fall back to third. Mark Axelson right there running in fourth, up 17 positions from where he started and running the high side. 0-1-0. Steve Trotter has made some headway on the high side. Very unconventional line here for, or what we would imagine being unconventional. And there he goes. He's going to prove us wrong. He's going to drop it down to the bottom of the racetrack. Run in line with the drivers in front. We're single file all the way back to the battle for 7th and 8th. Ken Worley, Rule Fan going at it. Close quarters there between the 11 and the 60. Oh my goodness. Side by side through 3 and 4, and Wolf Van gonna take the position away for now. He'll move into 7th. Close right there. They almost touch wheels. Way up the track now goes Worley. Keeps it out of the outside wall. Fleming, Romay, and Law all running nose to tail. Back behind them, 9th, 10th, 11th on the speedway. There you can see all of those iRacing sponsored modified machines lined up nose to tail, fighting for position. Meanwhile, more battles at the front, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all over each other. The 55, 69, and 0-1-0 of Steve Trotter, all going at it, 3rd, 4th, 5th on the racetrack. Slick Rick has made some slick moves. He's got himself to the front of the field, taking the top spot away from Sheldon Fittig moments ago. Single file train, front of the field. Slick Rick showing the way, leading for the first time here tonight. Rick unable to get to the front during his heat race, but having a good run here late in the game. The Wild Bulls Whirl 50 as caution will bring us back to a crawl. Steve Law and Rob D both being involved in this latest on-track incident. So what do you say we go back? What do you say we go high above the track with the turn 3 drone cam? Let's check out our latest replay. Little bit of a wiggle out of the 6. He's going to go up the racetrack into the outside wall here. Oh, and already around is the number 9 of Rob D. Big trouble there for D. My goodness, both of those drivers having multiple issues in contact with the number 7 of Sean Fleming is what put Rob D in harm's way, and flipping over on his lid. Upside down is never a fun time in a race car, and right in front of your race leaders. Oh my gosh. Did you see your race leaders with that evasive move there? That could have ended up very bad for all of those guys at the front. I don't know how Slick Rick missed that one, but he missed it by the skin of his teeth. No pun intended. That was a slick one to miss that one. And we'll see if that place seat number 14 can find his way to finish things off here tonight and take the checkered flag. Give us our 3rd different race winner in 3 different races. 2 out of your top 3 drivers on the track have already visited victory lane. So will we see another fresh face? We'll have to wait to see. We'll have to wait to find out. Here from North Wilkesboro. So as we're under caution once again, just 15 laps remain for the Turn 5 Motorsports drivers. Let's see where everybody is at. Let's go ahead and give you a little bit of house cleaning tonight. 20 drivers took to the track on the starting grid. Unfortunately, the 109 of Bender had some issues, was unable to get the machine to fire up for the feature event, and he'll walk away with the final spot in the point standings here tonight. Bender going to finish out your top 20 but we've all lost a few along the way. Another 4 gonna join him back at the haulers. Jimbo Frenchie, John Sayer, Timothy Lewis, all listed down and out of tonight's race. I believe the 6 machine of Steve Law, after that latest contact, I believe he is going to be out of tonight's race as well. Tommy D and Robert D, both listed off of the lead lap, both down pit lane fixing their modifieds. Will they be able to get back out on track, as it looks to be only 12 drivers still out on the track? Only 12 drivers still left on the lead lap. Pace car halfway down the back stretch. We're ready to fire off once again. Caution lights are off. Slick Rick and Sheldon Fitty make up row number 1. Jimmy P and Axelson right behind him in row number 2. Pace car down, and we're ready to drop the hammer. Green flag flies once again here from North Wilkesboro. Close racing action. Second, third, then we can see the 69 almost into the tail end of Fitty. And here comes Jimmy P, man. He has been fast all night long, but caution gonna put a damper on his fight to gain a few positions here. We'll go back under the caution. Once again, it looks like Sean Fleming may have had some issues. And indeed, Sean Fleming with some troubles. He's gonna engine gonna expire, drop a little bit of fluid on the track, and that's gonna put us under caution. Quick caution here at North Wilkesboro, bringing us back to a crawl back behind the pace car. Slick Rick showing the way. Sheldon Fittick right behind him. Jimmy P gonna make up your top 3 spots. Your podium drivers here tonight. It does look like the 86 crew has called it a night. The 86 will head back to the hauler and be listed in the 15th position here tonight. So a tough break for Tommy D, having to walk away from the short track here tonight in North Wilkesboro Speedway. $14 laps remaining. We're going to have 11 drivers fighting for the checkered flag. Looks like the 07 of Nitro Rich will round out your lead lap drivers. So almost half of the field off of the lead lap or out of tonight's race. It's been a war of attrition for multiple drivers, a few of them in a massive bit of damage control at this particular time. But I'm really interested to see if Rumey and Than can make their way up through the running order and grab a handful of positions here in these final few laps. Both of those drivers were blazing fast in happy hour. Than took the pole position, started heat race number 1 from the 4th spot after the 4-car invert. Was unable to parlay that into a good starting position, and he's just had a wild one, really, of a race. Got to the front, a little bit of contact and a spin, sent him back through the field. He slowly but surely fought, scratched, clawed his way back into a top 10. Now knocking on the door of a top 5. And we're going to go single file for this latest restart. Pace car ready to duck off. And we're ready to fire things off once again here at North Wilkesboro. On the gas, green flag flies as Rick moves away from Fennec. Jimmy P right there as well. Axelson back and forth. Trotter in 5th. Worley back to the 6th position now. Rule Fan in 7th. Ken Worley, Rumey, and Nitro Rich round out Your top 10, Gutman in the 003. Gonna have to head to pit road. So that will leave us with just 10 drivers left on the lead lap. Rob D listed as the lucky dog, first driver, 1 lap down. And as we complete our second green flag lap after the restart, we'll drop that timing and scoring back to the left-hand side of your screen. Biggest race lead so far here tonight. Slick Rick begins to step away 7/10 of a second advantage over the Mako Tools. Number 55 of Jimmy P. Sheldon Fiddick all over him. I tell you what, we haven't brought you a handful of camera shots here tonight, but with a good opportunity now, what do you say we take just a moment and let's take a look off of the tail end. Taking a look off of the backside of this 69 of Mark Axelson. Looking at Steve Trotter trying to make it work on the bottom of the racetrack. Not quite able to get him. Less than 10 remain here tonight. And the Wild Wilkesboro 50. You can see the Nerf bar a little bit askew on that 0-10. Ooh, close right there. Doesn't get much closer than that. Coming right at you. And down to the inside, we'll jump back outside of the car to watch the battle unfold. Though 10 not able to get the position away. Fitting starting to give Jimmy P a little bit of a fin at the front. Not able to make the pass, not able to grab the position. Will stay in the third spot. Fitting gonna have to try to figure something out here. If he's going to want to try to take over second and possibly have a shot to run down race leader, but I believe checked out in his own zip code right now. Slick Rick showing the way out to a 1.8 second advantage with a 5-finger salute. Last time around, we'll have 4 to go when we cross the line this time. Let's take a look back now. Sitting in second, on the outside, making some moves and not gonna get there just yet. Sheldon Fittig and Jimmy P with trouble. We've got drivers around on the front stretch. Trotter gonna go for a spin. And we're gonna take a quick look here. Let's see what happened with that 55 of Jimmy P. There you can see him. Best Tony Hawk impression right there, doing a side grind on the railing. This is not the X Games, sir, but we do appreciate the enthusiasm. And that is how Jimmy P ended up towards the tail end of the field. We'll take a look now and see what happened with Steve Trotter. Let's see how it all happened. And there's a little bit of contact to one of Derek Worley, a little bit of contact, and we're going to lose it there, guys. So let's see, do we got another camera shot of that? We do. Let's go to our second vantage point to see what happened here with that 0-10. And oh, a little bit of Magic Man moment, and around the 0-10 goes. Meanwhile, we'll jump back to the front of the field. Race leaders back behind the pace car. We've got ourselves 4 laps remaining here tonight in the Wild Wilkesboro 50. 3 heat races here tonight, so 15 laps of racing action. A 50-lap feature. These drivers have been turning in a ton of laps here tonight at North Wilkesboro, giving the fans in the stands their money worth. Sold out, packed house here tonight at North Wilkesboro, which is a common theme when we come to these grassroots short tracks. All across America, really doesn't matter if you're in the South, if you're up in the Northeast, the Midwest. Racing fans love good, homegrown racing action, week in, week out. And we've got some great racing action here tonight at North Wilkesboro Speedway. A big time shout out to one of our sponsors here this season with the Turn 5 Motorsports Series. I'm going to give a big shout out to Beef Jerky Unlimited, coming on, sponsoring a handful of events and sponsoring the league and a handful of drivers. If you're looking for some great jerky, you can find it right there at Beef Jerky Unlimited. You can look for the description and the link down below. Head right on over to the website. Get yourself some great jerky. And with hunting season upon us here in the South, I know there's a few things I like to have in my bags whenever we head out. And there's always a pouch of good beef jerky. And after the season, hopefully there's some good deer jerky as well. If you're a connoisseur of those kind of things, you can look at it, check them out. They got some great deals, great prices, and some great flavors over at Beef Jerky Unlimited. We're going to give you a short track shootout here on Tuesday night to bring the checkered flag home. Down and away goes the pace car, and we'll get on the gas. Green flag flies with 3 to go. 3 laps remaining. Slick Rick, slick on the gas, and on the restart, he's going to step away from the field. Battling for second and third now, Derek Worley and Ken Worley going at it. And here comes Rolfan. We were wondering if he could get back there, and he did. Now, and he's going to... contact. Big trouble. Driver's upside down in the fence. More wrecking now. Big trouble after this one. You seen it happen right before your eyes. Not sure we really need to go to the replay on that one, but we will. And we'll give you some of the action. Let's see that one unfold once again. And I believe, fellas, we replayed the replay. So what do you say we go back? Here we go. Back to the latest one right here. There's the contact between Van and the 201. He's up into the outside wall. Ooh, the 69 is going to catch a piece of this one as well. Then climbing the fence. Once again, the 11 of Ken Worley. So what started off to looking like a fine finish for both the 11 and the 201. Both the Worleys gonna find themselves in a world of trouble at the end of tonight's race. And we'll head back live at the front of the field. Race leader Slick Rick back behind the iRacing pace car. And we'll fire things off. Once again, we'll have a green-white checkered finish here. And I believe this is the first green-white checkered finish. If my memory serves me correctly, and indeed, yes, this will be the first green-white checkered finish of the season for these Turn 5 Motorsports drivers. So if you thought business was picking up and things were getting interesting, just wait. I think you're in store for some... let's just call it what it is. I think you're going to be in store to see a little bit of contact. I think some drivers may be a little upset by the time we see the checkered flag fly. But you know what they say, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to walk away with the race win, and we'll see who's got the guts to do what they need to do. Right now, your top 5, all drivers that have yet to visit victory lane, so we're going to have to see if that continues to hold true. And we'll get the 1 to go this time by. And there it is. Boss man at the flag stand will make it official. Give him the 1 finger. And not that one either. No. It's the 1 to go here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Slick Rick looking to finish off the night with the checkered flag. Going to keep the field behind him. We'll get ready to drop the hammer this time by. Down and away goes the pace car deep into the restart zone, and on the gas. Green flag flies once again. here at North Wilkesboro, trying to get a good start on the field, and he absolutely is lightning fast up through the gear. And Slick Rick will lead the field back around. We'll see the white flag fly this time. Final lap here at North Wilkesboro in the Wild Wilkesboro 50. Your 50-lap feature event here in Slick Rick, looking to take the checkered flag. Battle is for second and third on the raceway. Here comes the 60 of Than. He'll walk away with a podium. But the man of the night, man of the hour, walking away with the checkered flag for the first time this season. The 14 of Slick Rick claims the crown. A lot of great racing action, as now the 14 going to bring it to the front stretch. He'll try to give the fans in the stands a little bit of a smoke show as 07 of Nitro Rich almost making contact there. That would have put a damper on the post-race celebration for this 14 as he tries to give the fans a little bit of a photo opportunity. And we're going to get set up and ready to go for your post-race interview, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Impact trackside high above as your top three. Wait for us to reach them down there on the track. So what do you say we get a little closer and dive right in to your post-race interviews, walking away with the final spot on the podium here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up the driver inside of that 87 machine. Jason, it's Dave. You got us? Let's see if we can get it again. Jason, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, hey, sorry about that.
Oh, hey, bud. Well, sometimes the buttons on the wheel are a little bit hard to find in these machines. How you doing? How you feeling after a little rough go out there on the racetrack here tonight, but still walking away with a fine finish, able to walk away with the third spot here tonight from North Wilkesboro?
I'll take a third any day of the week. I got my first heat race win ever in iRacing, so that was cool. So
Yeah.
all in all, I had a lot of fun. And happy with the finish.
Yeah, little victories in small little boxes being checked along the way. Walk us through a little bit of your race here tonight. How are you able to manage your way up through the field and kind of keep yourself out of harm's way?
Well, I'm not too sure. I was involved in that. I started up front, and I'm not sure me and Frenchie got together a little bit there and caused that first caution. And to be honest, I think I just got a whole lot of lucky that things were happening around, and that was the only one that I was really in. A couple bangs here and there and whatnot. But actually, when I'd get up to the pack, up front, when I was running around 9th or 10th or 11th, I'd just kind of hang back a little bit and, let them do whatever. And then, that last wreck gave me a few positions, but I don't know, a lot of luck, I think.
Well, I know there's a handful of individuals that walk away with a lot of luck with a smile on their face after winning the big Mega Millions and things of that nature. So a little bit of a racing lottery here tonight for you. Congratulations walking away with third place here tonight, as well as your heat race win. Before we let you go, though, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Well, I'll just say a big love you to my wife and whatnot. She's with the little one right now and letting me do this here. So big thanks to her, and then thanks to the league, thanks to you for broadcasting. Beef Jerky Unlimited as well, and it's a lot of fun being here. Happy to be here.
All right, Jason. Well, we're glad you're here and glad you walked away with some great accolades here tonight. And we'll see if we can't catch up with you next week when we're back in the ARCA machine at Bristol.
Thank you, sir.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words for the man inside of that 87, lined up third at the starting line. He'll walk away with a podium finish here tonight, and that will move us right along in the running order. Let's see if we can dial up and have a few words with the man that took the top spot in qualifying. Had a little bit of a rough go from there, but able to walk away with second here tonight inside that 60 rule. It's Dave. You got us?
Yeah, you got me, Dave?
Loud and clear, my man. A little bit, we're just going to get straight to it, my man. A little bit of trouble here on the track for you tonight. Walked away with the pole position, started fourth for heat race number 1 after the invert. Some contact in heat race number 1, had you deep in the field for the feature. Some contact throughout the feature for you as well. How were you able to keep your composure and drive your way back up into the top 3 and walk away second here?
I don't know how much driving I did. Other people had problems, so I capitalized on some positions here and there. But I passed probably 3 or 4 cars. I mean, it was just other people wrecking and having to go into the pits that worked my way up.
Well, sometimes one person's misfortune is well, I don't even know how that saying goes. That's how bad I am tonight. No, just kidding. Sometimes things just fall into our lap and we're able to walk away with some good things. So backing up the first 2 weeks, some good finishes for you inside the top 10 of the point standings coming into tonight's race. A second place finish going to help that out. How you feeling about jumping back in the ARCA car and heading back to another tough short track, the last great Coliseum? We're going to hit Bristol next week. How you feeling about being back in that ARCA car?
Oh, I love the ARCA car. I mean, I don't know this car that well, and I had to buy this track. So everything was a learning experience tonight. You could probably tell we don't run this style that often. We were all struggling a little bit. But Bristol in the ARCA, yeah, I'm going to like that. I'm not all that fast there, but it's just I'll be more comfortable.
Well, I got to give you a little bit now. I got to poke at you a little bit. How you going to be a down south boy and you didn't have North Wilkesboro? Like, this is like one of the Mecca old school tracks for us great Southern racers, man. That's That hurts me.
You know, we just never run this track in our other or the joint league with this league. I don't. We ran it this week, I believe. That's when I bought it in the super late models. So I did have one race under my belt on it. But oh yeah, it's got some history here.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we always take the opportunity to poke a little bit at the drivers when we can. Trust me, it's a lot easier up here in the booth than it is down there on the track. And we commend you for everything you've done out there tonight. Walked away with the top spot in qualifying and getting a fine finish out of tonight's race after a little bit of a rough go at it. But before we do let you go here tonight, Rule, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home in Georgia?
Yes. Well, first off, I want to shout out to the Worley brothers. I raced with them a lot during the race. A lot of clean racing there. They were really good drivers until I bumped into Derek and spun him out. So I want to apologize for that. But man, that was fun racing. Some of the best racing I've had in a while. And then I want to thank Beef Jerky Unlimited and Reloptix for being on board for us, and Turn 3 Racing Network.
Well, I know all the sponsors appreciate it. I know your fellow competitors are going to appreciate that. I believe both of the Whirlies coming away with a little bit of a rough go in the finishing order, but I'm sure they'll appreciate the kind words about the racing here tonight. We here at Turn 3 always appreciate the kind words. So until next time, Rule, we'll see if we can't catch up with you at Bristol, or who knows, we may catch up when we're in the pro trucks. We'll have to see how it all shakes down, but until then, my man, stay safe and keep it fast.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, there you go. Final few parting words from the man that finished second. And, well, you know, one man's misfortune, another man's treasure. Rule Than going to walk away second here tonight. And that will put us with the man of the moment, the man of the hour, walking away with his first race win of the season inside that play seat number 14. Slick Rick, it's Dave. You got us?
Yeah, I got you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I know you're doing a little better. Walking away with the first checkered flag for you and your crew this season, getting it done at North Wilkesboro Speedway, a great grassroots racing track. A lot of crazy short track action out there tonight. How are you able to miss it all and walk away with the race win?
I don't think any of us missed it all. All of us made a mistake at one point or another. There was a lot of cautions.
Well, yeah,
Clean air
yeah, you're right. You are right.
Clean air and being able to run the entire track was the advantage here. Once you get out front, that gives you the advantage. You're not mired down, stuck trying to fight for it.
All right, so something that I'm not particularly accustomed to either, so I'm not going to act like I know a ton about these machines. So aero, even though you don't really have those fenders covering the wheels, being able to be out front in the clean air and utilize the whole racetrack, that's really what the advantage is in these tour mods. Is that what we're hearing?
Well, it was tonight at this track. I'm not going to say that for every track and every night, but it was tonight.
All right, we'll keep that one in our hats for next time we jump back in these machines. But coming up, the next 3 races for us. You were able to walk away with the checkered flag here, but the next 3 weeks we're going to be in 3 different cars. We opened it up with 3 different cars here in this season. We're going to head back to the ARC machines, then into those Pro 4 Stadium trucks, and into a rally car. Out of the next 3 weeks, is there any week that you think you've got circled on the calendar as, you know, this is the one I think we'll get back to Victory Lane?
I'm hoping next week. I like the cars and I like Bristol. I'm not too big on the trucks and the rally cars, but I'll do what I can with them.
Well, you know, sometimes you just got to give it a wing and hopefully you fly. And you were able to fly around the track here tonight and take advantage of some other misfortunes and keep it at the front at the end. So congratulations with everything you were able to accomplish here tonight, walking away with the checkered flag first time here this season. So before we let you go and celebrate the night away, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
I'd like to thank my wife for letting me do this. She doesn't complain, and she actually pushes me into the room to get her out of her hair, I believe. But I'd like to thank her the most.
Well, you know, I gotta give this one to you guys too. every single one of you guys that have finished in the podium over the course of these first 3 weeks, you've gave a shout out to your wives first and foremost. So that first lets me know you're wise men, because you don't want frying pans to the back of the head. No, just kidding. My wife actually pushes me into the production booth almost every single night. She's like, don't you got something to do? So here we are, and glad we had a chance to catch up in victory lane. So joke's on them. No, I'm just kidding. Rick, again, congratulations with a great race here tonight. We'll see if you can't continue it next week at Bristol. It's going to be another tough little short track, so we'll see how you go in the ARCA cars. But until then, my man, enjoy this one. Stay safe and keep it fast.
All right, you too. You have a good night.
All right, there you have it, driving off and into victory lane after the post-race interview. Taking the top spot in the checkered flag for the first time this season. Inside of that 14 machine, Slick Rick gonna walk away with the checkered flag here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. What a night, what a race. Who and what a race we got next week. Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum, the world's fastest half mile. That's gonna be some crazy good racing in the ARCA cars as well. Can't wait to hit the track back in the ARCA cars. And man, with not much left to do for us here tonight, it looks like producers hitting those buttons in the background. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results in the Wild Wilkesboro 50. Walking away front of the field, checkered flag in hand, the 14 of Slick Rick. Rule Tham going to come away in second, and rounding out your podium drivers here tonight, the 87 of Jason Rume. Nitro Rich back and forth with Sheldon Fittig finishing out your top five. Ken Worley slides home in sixth. The 0-10 of Steve Trotter going to come home in seventh, with Rob D back in eighth, Derek Worley in ninth, and rounding out your top 10, the 69 of Mark Axelson. Gutman back in 11th, Jimmy P with late race trouble. He'll fall to 12th, with Sean Fleming in 13th. The 6th of Steve Law back in 14th. Tommy D in the 86. Gonna have some troubles here tonight. Tommy gonna be listed multiple laps down in finish in 15th. Timothy Lewis back in 16th. John Sayer in 17th, and 18th spot here tonight belongs to Jimbo. The 109 of Bender will finish in the 19th position here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway in the Wild Wilkesboro 50. And that's going to do it for your running order here tonight. So as we get ready to cut off the lights and roll up the cords, you already know why you're here. Join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there to the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding in to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, or family, maybe one of the many sponsors across the many different leagues here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We do appreciate you every single time. So with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and we'll meet you in Turn 3.